Alright, what's up guys? This is Taylor, and I am doing the free video for the 27th of November. I've got a couple of setups for you. Before we jump in, a quick look at the rankings. And for the most part, the Bulls are in pretty good control here. One thing I do notice, not really a problem for now, but we have a little divergence, we could call it, between the S&Ps and the QQQ. S&Ps get a total score of 61 out of 75, while the QQQ gets a total score of 33. Now, 33 not that bad, but not as good as the S&Ps. Looking at the big tech, big semi names, it does make sense. Apple looking good, Amazon and Netflix looking good. Then you have the Nvidias, the TSMs, the Broadcoms, really everything in the SMH. At the moment, they leave a little bit to be desired. So the big boys are a little bit of a mixed bag. But overall, I think it is the Bulls' market to lose. All right, couple setups for you. One here in Apple. And right now in Apple, we have the 240 calls for January expiration. We started buying those back in earlier in the month. I think we bought them on the 7th. We bought them for $350, and today we bought a few more for about $470. I even went and bought a few of the 250 calls. So we're giving that trade about 50 days till expiration. And what I'm looking for here is mainly off the weekly squeeze. Right now, the indicator prints the white arrow. White arrow means we got a squeeze and the perfect score of 15. All right, so the structure, momentum, the trend, everything pretty well aligned for a push higher. From there, you got a pretty clear level to break. The previous high is around 237. If they get through 237 and then fire that squeeze here to the upside, not in a straight line but bigger picture, should open the door for a path into 244, 245, 250-ish. And on those calls there, a push towards 250 would be a beautiful thing. Under 225, 220, I think you got to scrap the idea and move on to another one. But for now, we are long Apple, and the other thing I like about the trade, it's not just that weekly squeeze. If you look at these labels over here, we also have a 3-day squeeze and a 2-day squeeze setting up. That nested squeeze dynamic across bigger time frames can tend to make for some of your better moves. Long Apple into January, and then the other trade here, which we picked up on Friday of last week, which I might want to buy a little more of, is Starbucks. We jumped in originally when the 4-hour squeeze got the white arrow. And again, white arrow means it got an A plus setup. Jumped in on that signal, and then a little kickback here. If they can keep it above $100, they should be in good shape for a move, I think, into that 105 call wall. Again, the key here is you don't want to get a daily close back under $100. They tried 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. They try a handful of times to get through 100. On the push from Friday, I would like to think that should seal the deal. Little kickback, little consolidation. They keep it above 100. Daily squeeze should look to fire long. From there, you catch your push. And for Starbucks, we have the December expiration 100 calls. At the moment, we're down a little bit on the trade. But yeah, if anything, on Friday or maybe next week, might come in here and buy a few more. Apple, Starbucks, and then one that I'm not long right now. And to be clear, it's not really an idea for right here, right now, but bigger picture. Keep an eye on Google in this weekly squeeze. And to our benefit, I think we're finding it really, really early. At this point, we're only about, we're 2 weeks into a squeeze. Google might go through that compression phase for another 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks. For now, if we think in terms of if-then statements, if the squeeze breaks long, I think Google's pushing into $200, maybe a bit higher. They break the squeeze short, Google could flush all the way down to the 140s. Between now and then, We're trying to look for clues in terms of, momentum-wise, structure-wise, and trend-wise. Do the odds favor they eventually take that weekly squeeze and break it long? Or eventually they take that weekly squeeze and they break it short? At the moment, the odds are favored they take it to the upside. We're in a really good uptrend. We are above our 21. We are above the rising 50. Scoreboard gives it a 13 out of 15. The missing piece here is momentum. Let me give you a really good example, which made for a handful of really good trades. Actually, Bitcoin is my biggest P&L name this month. But notice on the weekly squeeze, down here on that momentum line, the squeeze begins all the way back here in July. And all throughout July, all throughout August, September, October, into November, momentum line hangs out below zero. You have a good uptrend. The structure is really bullish. 21 above the 50, you got the stacked EMAs. Visually, pretty much throughout the entire duration of that squeeze, it looks really bullish. The analogy I use is it's like a Lamborghini with no gas in the tank. Beautiful car, I can look at it, I can admire it. Until we get some gas in the tank, we ain't really going anywhere. And for about 20 plus weeks there, Bitcoin, it ain't going anywhere. Until that momentum line on the big 3 squeeze crosses back above zero. Now the bulls have got some gas in the tank, you get the white arrow, then they kick off the push. The key with trading this squeeze is calling for timing and direction. Not only when will it fire long, not only will it fire long, but when will it fire long? Momentum a big part of the equation. So, jumping back to Google here, and we'll wrap it up. Whether it be next week, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks down the road, if they ever get that momentum shift back above zero, we'll get the white arrow, we'll get the buy signal. Then I think it's in play for a move back into 195, 200. Again, maybe not an idea for Friday, but one to keep in your back pocket and you watch it develop. But all right, guys, Starbucks, Apple, and some Google for you. As always, thank you for watching. Have a great Thanksgiving. Spend some time with your family. Detach a bit. Take your dog for a few walks. And if you do want to check out the indicators, head to the website, and we are doing the Black Friday sale for 30% off, which I think ends in a couple of days here. But otherwise, have a great night. Happy Thanksgiving, and we'll talk to you soon. Adios.
What's up, traders? This is Taylor from Simpler Trading. I wanted to thank you for watching our video, and if you liked the video, go on ahead and comment down below, hit that like button, and make sure you're subscribed and hit that bell icon to get a notification anytime we upload our next video. And of course, if you want to watch us trade live in real time with our own money, check us out at simplertrading.com. Until then, trade safe, and I'll catch you in the next video.